Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lena, and on today's video, watch me create this nightstand out of old or repurposed furniture. If you're interested in learning more, please stay tuned. The cool thing about finding these two furniture pieces is that it came along with 6 other pieces that go along with this whole bedroom set. And our neighbor down the street, him and his wife were getting rid of it just because they were changing up their design in their home. They didn't know what to do with this one, so we got it for free, which is really cool. A solid oak wood piece that has many drawers and cool designs in it, like this sliding mirror which opens up these compartments, and then up here it opens up as well, which is pretty cool. And I just like how in the drawers itself they did dovetail work here. And the fact that they use all solid wood pieces, no particle board whatsoever, it just amazes me. He said back in the day he paid $4,000 for it. So, what a steal. With the help of Andy, I was able to break down the first furniture piece that you see here. And we cut it down halfway through, and now we have 2 pieces to work with. And I'm going to do the same here to this piece. The first thing you want to do is take out all of your drawers, set it to the side, and then the second part is to take out this back frame with a flat head. And the back of the furniture piece is just stapled on, so it should come off fairly easily. There we go. And I'm going to get a screwdriver to take out this lighting fixture. After you take out the backing, there are some leftover staples that we must remove. And with a pair of pliers, you can take it out. Since I want to cut down this furniture piece in half, I brought out the skill saw along with measuring tools like the speed square and the measuring tape to help me make an appropriate straight line, which is from the bottom about 30 inches and 13/16, which will cut right above this area here that I love, this opening piece. But because I don't want to damage that surface area of that opening piece, I must first go back to the back and unscrew the screws from the piano hinge here, and that way my skill saw could just run smoothly against a straight edge and give me a nice cut. So I took off all of the screws from this piano hinge here, and I put it in a separate container, and I moved this surface area to this side so that way it's out of the way when I cut. And right up here, I brought out an old particle board that has a good straight edge and a C-clamp, so that way my skill saw can run through and cut a straight line. And a way to check if your particle board is sitting appropriately is to get your speed square again and make sure that the edges sit flush together on both sides, like so. And now I start the skill saw first and run it through the wood. I set aside the 2 top pieces for a future project, and now I am working on sanding the 2 bottom pieces, which I will make into 2 new nightstands. And right here I already did this one with 60 grit, and I'm finishing this one off the same. And I also have, with the 60 grit, I have a 120 and then all the way to a 220 to make it super smooth. Here is a quick update. I am on day 3 of sanding. The white oak is showing through beautifully, and I'm using the multi-tool sander here to get into these areas on the edges and sides, which is a little harder, but it's already a dramatic difference between color. If you look back here, which was the top part of that furniture piece, and this is how it's looking so far. This is super random, but I wanted to show you all that I was able to get all of this paint from a lady down the street who was on Facebook Market trying to get rid of it for free. So I picked it up. And in that mix of things, I was able to score Minwax paste finishing wax here, which I've never used a wax finish on a piece of furniture, so I'm excited, and this is how it looks like. I got a plastic spoon and I put it in this rag here, and it says to apply thinly and evenly on the surface, and it comes through this cloth because it's not a thick cloth. It's kind of like a cheesecloth. And then I already applied some here, so you could tell that this is where I sanded it down, and then with a little bit of wax here. And I'm just going to show you down here how it comes through fairly good with this piece of rag. But I'm just going to do this small amount because I want to see how it dries, because I'm going for a natural look like how it's raw right here. So I do want a little protection with the wax, but I don't want to revert back to a deep dark color like the furniture piece in the back. So we'll see how that dries up. It's been about 10 to 15 minutes, and this is how the wax dried on the top piece there. And I put it next to the bottom piece just to see if there was any color variation, and it's very, very little. Nothing too much at all. It's definitely natural, but not too heavy like what you see in the back furniture pieces back there. So I am cool with it, and I will proceed waxing the whole thing. I've been holding on to these 4 pieces of random scrap wood for a while. It came with a sofa that I ordered, and it was in the shipment container to hold the sofa together. And I think it would be really cool as a drawer pull or drawer handle for the drawers back there. And what I did is I went ahead and measured the halfway point on these woods, and it's about 3 inches and 3/8. And I also use the speed square here to make sure my lines are straight on here. And now I'm going to get ready to use the miter saw to cut it down in one pass. In my last clip, I meant to say that these pieces would be 13 inches and 3/8, not 3 inches. So this is how it turned out. And right now I'm working on sanding the edges down, because from the miter saw it left some rough edges here. and I'm just making it look like the other side, just smoothing it out, kind of like a beveled look. I'm now working on installing the drawer pulls that I made, and I went ahead and did this first drawer and second drawer, and it went fairly smoothly. And what helped me was I took an extra piece of the drawer pulls here and made a template. I measured 2 inches in and kind of estimated the middle of the width of this piece of wood, and I took a drill bit and created 2 holes. And now I take that same template and I open the drawer, and thankfully there's a guide, this edge here on the inside, which I'll place my template like so. And I've already measured the center point of this drawer face right here, so I want to make sure that template's inside of these 2 markers. And I take the drill, and now I drive it all the way through. On both sides. Oops. And I take out the template and I continue to drive through. And on the other side. Okay, now I take the actual drawer pull that I'll be using, and from here I take a screw. I first drill the screw in just a little, and then I already created pilot holes on the actual drawer pull here, and I hold it tightly. And then from here, I do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so I have the 3 drawer pulls on the left nightstand there, and just to take a closer look, let's see how it pulls out. Pretty good. And I did have to rework the screws on the bottom one because I was getting a lot of gaps in between the drawer face and the actual drawer pulls itself. And so I just took out the screws and then applied more pressure with my body, and then I was able to drive the impact and making it close the gap. Here is a before shot of the nightstands when I first got them off of the side of the curb. They were once bedroom furniture pieces that wrapped around a master bed. Here is the after shot. I'm supposed to have 2 next to each other, but I went ahead and decorated the other one in one of the rooms. So I'll show you this one by itself, and shortly after I'll show you how I styled the other one. Here is the after, everyone. Well, the after that's been decorated. I placed it next to a bed. I added a rug and of course some plants. Here are my essentials. A clock, my glasses, Dee Dee's watch and keys, my journals, more plants. Right up top is my tiny wooden crate that I made for these succulents. Check out that video. And my vibe is totally raw woods next to greenery. It's kind of like a bohemian vibe for sure. Pattern rug. Goes well with the natural wood look. Open these drawers here. And of course, remember this top surface opens as well. And there you have it, everyone. That's how I changed those two old furniture pieces into two new nightstands. Again, my design style is definitely raw and unnatural finishes like this, but by all means, you can definitely take furniture flips and just paint it. So whatever color that you find that matches well with your house, go for it. And the one thing that I totally recommend to you all is to take the time to sand everything down first. And I absolutely love this paste finishing wax in natural by Min Wax, so I definitely recommend that. And I love how we were able to make the door pulls out of scrap wood here. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and like the video. And until next time, another DIY coming at ya.